Shalom.
We're the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church, Brother Kashakwala.
I'm Brother Rock.
First and foremost, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachapadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect and the 44 first fruit. So this lesson is going to be a quick one as a Godspeed about shaking the dust. All right, shaking the dust in particular of this whole place. I know the scripts talk about shaking the dust of a particular place when you get afflicted. But hey, we're in America. We've been getting afflicted and oppressed here, so we got to shake the dust.
Right.
We're about to shake the dust real soon, but first it has to start in your mind. It's lucky. So without further ado, let the scriptures speak. We get that Micah 2 and 10.
This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay, and with us knowing that this is not our rest, we're here to do a specific job, but mentally we've shaken the dust on this place, man. We're still here physically because there's still a job to do, you know, that we've been called to do by Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. But mentally, we've shaken the dust off this place, man. As soon as we woke up to the truth, man, we stopped doing certain things that were worldly, you know. So figuratively, we shook the dust, man, you know, and arising and departing mentally. All right. It says, Micah 2 and 10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And it has destroyed our people, man. You know, why would you want to continually invest in this place mentally when it's destroying you, man? You know, so the best thing to do, man, is just to arise and depart, you know, mentally.
That's right. Hey, perfectly put. This place, like we said in the opening, it's been an oppression and depression. But the main thing, it's been a depression on our people's not only physical state, but mental state, man. Yes, the shackles have been loosed carnally, but the mental state of our people is absolutely destroyed, and they can't shake it, you know? But the spirit had it to where a select few amount of men could shake the shackles of the mind. The scriptures say, once you get the truth will set you free. Yep. All right, we've been freed by Yahweh Shai. Actually, we went into another form of prison, of being a prisoner, which was a prisoner of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. Right. Like Paul continually says, a prisoner of hope. All right, but we took our mind and we stopped investing ourselves mentally and spiritually into this place because we know it's going to waste away. Matter of fact, you can get the Haggai 1, because that goes hand in hand with the Micah 2 and 10, because it talks about this house shall be pretty much done away with. We all know the end all be all for America, all right? Ain't nothing gonna save this place from the lot that is carrying right now. It is what it is, and if you're invested in it, you're gonna wash away with it.
Start at the top.
Yeah.
Haggai.
Yeah. 1 and 4. Yeah.
1 and 4.
Yeah.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses? And this house lie waste?
Exactly. Is it time for you to be settled on your lees? All right? Settled on your lees? Is it time for you to be chilling and complacent and in comfort? Mentally, and not shaking the dust off this place? Shaking your raiment, all right? Washing your hands off with the filth. You can actually get that at. Matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. I'm holding it.
If I can say too,
you
know, it says, shall you dwell in a house that lay waste? You know, that's like you stand in a house with plumbing issues. It's molded and mildewed,
right?
But you just steady waddling and you know,
right. and
you're complacent. Like, you don't want to move out, bro. You don't want to get another spot, you know.
Better yourself.
Right. This place is, the structure of it is failing. Nobody's coming in to do any work, just like the brother Abba was just speaking on.
Right.
America has not done the maintenance. Well, the earth on the whole, man, that's why it's mourning. You know, there's no land Sabbath, any of that. So why would you want to stay in this state in which, you know, the world is in, man?
Correct. That's right.
It don't make sense.
I got a quick account of shaking the dust because I said shaking your raiment. It says Acts 18 and 5. It says that when Silas and Timotheus were come from Macedonia, Paul was pressed in the spirit and testified to the Jews that Yahushua was Hamashiach. So he was pressed in the spirit, meaning like the word pressed, compressed. He was full of the spirit, and he just had to let it out and let the Jews, who were the circumcision, know that Yahushua was the anointed one, and that's who you get saved by. Verse 6, it says, and when they opposed themselves and blasphemed, he shook his raiment, literally, all right? But he did that, and you know how Jake, just waved a hand, but it'd be like a form, it's like a form of communication, just like Pilate literally washed his hands. I'm not justifying that, Edomite, but he washed his hands and said, this blood is not on me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing Paul was doing here. He shook his raiment and said unto them, your blood be upon your own heads. I am clean. From henceforth I will go into the Gentiles. But the main point to focus on is him shaking his raiment and saying that the blood is on their head and that he's clean. You shaking the dust, spiritually shaking the raiment of this place, you will become clean. You will become blameless. You become of the lot of Revelation 14 and 4, where it says they follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. The Lamb ain't going into Babylon. The Lamb is not chilling in America. The Lamb is Yahushua. He don't want nothing to do with this place other than to destroy it. You see? So you got to take yourself out here mentally, man, and shake the dust. I have 1%.
I got something. If you don't mind.
Go ahead, get it.
Matter of fact, go ahead. Go ahead. Grab it.
Okay. This is you got it. This is Acts chapter 13 to 51. It says I'll start at 50. But the Jews stirred up the devout and honorable women and chief men of the city and raised persecution against Paul and Barnabas and expelled them out of their coast. Verse 51, but they shook the dust, Salaki, but they shook off the dust of their feet against them and came unto Iconium.
Yeah, and that's the same mindset you should be in, man. When Paul and Barnabas, came up against, they left, man. They shook the dust because that's what the scriptures tell you to do, man. If you're not received in a city or whatnot, speaking literally, you shake the dust, man. We've done it several times and been in the camp since I've been here, the little bit of time that I have, and that's the kind of mindset you should have, man, because this place has no benefits worth staying over, man, except if you want to receive a chip, and we all know if you receive that, what's the judgment for it. So, man, there's nothing about this place to where you should be settled on your leads and comfortable and not want to shake the dust, man. Amos 8 and 11. Because that's another form of shaking the dust. When the work is done, man, the Lord removes his men from the streets. Hey, that grace period is up for you to get this truth, man. So right now we got to do the work. But when that prophecy come to pass, which the brother is about to read, that's another form, man. We're not going to be on the highways and byways. We're not going to be, on the internet for you to get this word. You know how, they're saying in the world, like, once I'm done talking, you should be worried. You know what I'm saying? If somebody stopped chastening you and talking, and we're getting to that point, man. The Lord is not finna keep having his men come out, man, and be ridiculed and talked about for so much longer, man, before this come to pass. So when that is done, man, it's time to shake the dust. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. This is Amos chapter 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
That's right. And once that comes, the time is up, man. By that time, you should already have been removed mentally, man. But if you aren't, then it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be a rough time for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I heard.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to mention too. Before we start up, we mentioned Ezekiel.
Oh, yeah. We can get that. 33.
Because we've been called to do a job, as I continue to say, but once that job is done, man, this is another form of us just, we've washed all the blood off our hands, man, and at that point, we can do no more, man. Shake the dust, as the lesson goes into.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 32. It says, "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not."
Continue.
Verse 33, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them."
Yeah, the dust have been shaken, man. At that point, if you hadn't got it, you gonna know, man. At that point, those were the men that were telling you to arise ye and depart. To shake the dust when you not received in the city, so on and so forth, man.
That's right.
But that's it, bro. That's
Hey, and just a quick point, and I'll let you close it out.
Come.
It said that we pretty much sing a lovely song with and have a pleasant voice, which means the songs of the scripts, and they hear them, but they don't do them. It's like Jake walking past. "Oh yeah, I hear you. Hey, your peace. I see. We out here every week. Yeah. Well, I'll see if I can catch it," and never show their face again.
Right.
They heard it, but don't mean they gonna continue to do it. You see what I'm saying? And then when, like the brother was pointing out in Amos 8 and 11, we done shook the dust already. It's about too late. It reminds me of the Erykah Badu song, that fucking witch, On and On. It says, she said, "The mothership can't save you, so your ass is gonna get left." In this case, the fathership ain't gonna save you, because your ass is gonna get left. All right? It already left. You already had your chance. We already shook the dust. But in another nutshell, shake the dust in your mind of this place, Babylon, aka America. Man. Get over it. Get over this place. Get over this bitch. Get over it.
Right.
You got it.
Yeah, man. So, hey, beautifully put, man. We'll close out. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to our elders and apostles, that great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.